And have drill next weekend. It's like never ending right now. So Matt was talking about this ballot harvesting.
I think our mics might be hot.
Oh.
Yeah, they're hot.
In that case, we love Matt. What was the headline on that?
Yeah. Hogs Twins here. Check out our friend Matthew Spirit at his podcast at The Dumb Show and his website. Yeah. Don'tUnfriendMe.com. Yeah.
It's Red Friday, RED Friday, which stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. The movement designed to honor veterans and deployed U.S. troops by wearing a red shirt every Friday. As simple as that may be, Red Friday is a great way to back those who serve our country. Go to dumbshow.com and search for Red Friday to get your red on.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, Olivia, and Mike. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on the Spreely.tv network and all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, guys? Leroy, why don't you tell everyone how everything has been going and fill in a couple of minutes for me while I take care of something, please? Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, welcome to a special Friday edition, folks. It's going to be a good show. We've got some really great headlines we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at potential ballot harvesting laws. We're going to be talking about a reporter who was recently arrested. And we're going to be looking at some Hamas headlines. My week was fantastic. It's been a heavy headline type week, hasn't it, Olive?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've only been on one time this week. This is my second
Must
time.
be nice.
It's been
every
a,
time
it's
I
been a
got
week.
home, it seemed like there was more and more that was going on, and things are just heating up politically. Like every time I come home and start flip on the news and start watching TV, that's all they're focusing on is how things are shaping up for the election this coming November. So, yeah.
Almost done. Sorry, folks.
Oh,
Keep working for me here.
Thanks for sharing, Judy. Look at everyone.
Why don't you just like read people's comments and stuff, guys? Jeez, it's like you're lost. You're all out of love. You're so lost without me.
Pretty much.
Can you guys like figure this out? Come on, man. We've been doing this long
Yes.
enough. I'm trying to figure out our links, and it's the one thing I didn't get to, and I can't. I know I took it off, and I'm not allowing people to link, but I can't figure out how to put it back on now, and it's driving me.
Oh, and you stop people from being able to link stuff because they were.
Yeah, we're getting all those spammers, and we're getting go to Dr. Cthulhu and people showing the picture of the blackheads being popped and shit. That just oh god. And I was just like, I'm so sick of seeing these people that I had to get rid of them, and now I'm struggling to figure this out. But Liv, why don't you tell
Ford.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Bubba Ford says, "Happy Red Friday in my new red shirt." Hey,
Nice.
good to see you, Bubba.
Did you take a picture? I want photos.
did
Yeah,
not.
you got to send a
You
picture.
probably will.
Settings and privacy settings. I'm getting close. Hold on. See, I don't know. I don't know why it won't. This is so stupid. I don't understand. They should just make it so much easier to navigate. But there's like 50,000 different places to go. Amy, do you know? Amy's got to be watching. And hey, Leroy, you watch Facebook Scroll, don't you? The Facebook feed. Do you watch that when you're? No,
I don't. Nope.
Okay.
I found that it was easier to kind of stay in the show and stay in the comments, meaning our comments, than it was to kind of filter through what everyone was typing, because a lot of times it's not necessarily connected to the show.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of other chit chat going on and other streams, and people have their own conversations.
So stupid. You try to go on here. Sorry, folks. We got to get this fixed. This isn't a good thing, and it really impacts the show negatively because people can't put links on, and it's driving me crazy. If somebody could look it up, anybody could help.
Let's see.
Somebody just jump in and how do you Liv? You got to stop spamming the link. It doesn't work. None of that works.
No, that was on Rumble and that was on YouTube. It works on YouTube and Rumble. It just doesn't work on Facebook.
Yeah, but that's the one we need to get working.
Yeah.
So let's focus on that instead of sharing links for a bit, and see if we can just take a couple of minutes and get this going. Because I just don't know where to see it. Public posts.
Oh, I see what I just did.
What'd you do?
Well, I use a VPN, so my news isn't U.S. news; it's Australian.
Amy has been restricted from sharing. What does that mean?
That I have
What
no idea.
what? I was restricted on Facebook for sharing your show, and we can't make comments like that, guys, unless you absolutely know that's what happened. Ida, I need you to send me a screenshot of what you're talking about so we can see it right now. So go to your personal comments, please, and can you please share that with me? Because if we're going to say that, there needs to be proof of that. And if my show is getting people banned for sharing, I need to see that. So I need to find out, Liv, what's up with your mods? What's up? Why is Amy blocked? Have you talked to her today?
No, I haven't. I haven't said anything to anyone. It's been a busy day. This is the first time I've
Okay,
had
so
a
let's
chance to
get
sit
her
down.
on the phone now and find out what's going on. So
Is
Amy,
that Amy Stamcombe or
yeah, it's Stamcombe. Amy,
Okay.
call into the show. We need to find out what's going on. And Ida, I need to know if that's true or not, or if you're just assuming. I mean, you got to have absolute 100% proof. It can't just be saying it. Amy says, I shared to my groups and they sent me a thing saving my activity has been restricted for an hour. They didn't give a reason.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, Liv, go ahead.
Okay, so tap on the bottom menu bar.
What menu bar?
I don't know.
You always do this, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Wherever you can get to scroll to settings and support.
All right,
on
I got
Facebook.
settings and privacy. Does that work?
The settings and support.
Okay, now where do I go?
Tap comments.
Comments. There is no comments.
Okay.
You always find these things, and then they don't exist.
How to change Facebook Live chat settings.
No, I'm not saying
That's
that
what
it's
I
not
know.
right. I'm just telling you it's not. It doesn't exist. There's nothing that does this, folks. I'm so very sorry. We've got to get this fixed, and it has to be fixed now because we can only fix it live, which is the problem. Liv, I'm in settings and privacy now. Where?
It says click tap comments. To change chat settings, choose comment settings. Choose the settings you want to turn on or off.
Comment settings?
Yeah.
There's nothing. I've never seen anything remotely like that on Facebook. If everyone can furiously try to find it, please, I'd really appreciate it. That would help out because I don't remember where it's at. Reaction. You won't see the total number of reactions. No, I want that. Other people won't see the total number. How to stop people from sharing links on comments Facebook. January 27th. All right, we're just going to turn this on. We're going to watch it together. Does everybody want to listen? Okay, great.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let me turn on the audio here. Nobody's getting that, are they?
No.
I'm hearing it.
I know you are. Are they? Liv, of course you're going to hear it. You're on headphones. Leroy, can you hear
I
it?
don't know.
Nope.
Dude, why does this always have to happen? Why can't it never be easy, guys? I mean, seriously?
Because I'm here and I'm the curse.
The only easy day was
Yeah,
Yesterday.
That's
Yesterday.
blatant lies. Okay, hold on. Leroy, do me a favor, try to make no noise. Because I'm watching the EQ here. Okay. So, folks, we're screwed anyway, because this is the same thing that happened last night. Our audio is not processing again. And this is a very big problem. So we're going to have to either hold just for a few minutes and everyone be super patient, which sucks. And I apologize, but welcome to not having a tech crew. I mean,
Do you have a live producer dashboard?
honey, not right now. I'm trying to get audio, hon. Okay. Now's not the time. Trying to get audio. Hold on. I can only do one thing at a time, sweet pea. All right. You have echo?
no.
Leroy?
No. Sounds clear. Sounds clear. Oh, I do
sure?
now. I do now.
Okay, of course you do. Give it to me again. You hear any echo? Echo, echo? No?
Check 1, 2.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay, so that's good. Liv, anything? Echo? Nothing?
No echo on my point.
Perfect, thanks. Leroy, talk.
Check 1, 2.
Okay,
How's
you're
it
coming
going,
in
folks?
nice and hot.
Stay in the news?
Why? That's good.
All
That's
right.
good. That's good. Broadcast system audio all the time. How about now? Can you hear anything? How are we doing?
Looks
sound fine.
like. Let's
What,
get
Liv?
the people in chat to see what they.
On one of my videos.
Just us. Just us, Liv. We'll worry
Got
about
it.
Hey, let me run it, okay, punk? Right now, we're worried about us. We don't care about them. We'll worry about them in a minute. Right now, we got to do us. Okay. So that didn't work. Lee, give me a chat 1, 2, please. Something.
Me?
Leroy. Yeah, dude. You're the only
Check
Leroy
1,
here.
2. Here I am
Yep.
drinking out of my cup of liberal tears.
Okay,
that
good
good?
enough. All right, yep, that's perfect. Leroy, you got to be real quiet, dude. You're every time you open up the water or whatever, it's making noise on your thing. So it looks like I'm getting audio from this video, and it's not. It's you. So just either mute your mic for a second or just radio silence for me, okay? Appreciate you. All right, so that didn't work. Mike. All right, so that's going through Procaster Pro 2. So what if I go ahead and put this on the other channel? Yeah, maybe, possibly. Let's try it. Give me a test 1, 2, Leroy.
Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Okay, listen, Liv, everybody.
Stop members from posting shared posts into a group. One of my group rules is
Can everybody hear that?
Yes.
Liv?
I'm looking for comments.
Nope, baby.
Yes, I can hear it.
Honey, sweetie, baby.
Sorry.
You.
Yes, I can
Okay,
hear it.
come follow along with me. Stop trying to get them. No,
I'm a little slow.
You and me, honey. You and me. You, me, and Leroy. That's all I care about. I don't care about them. We'll worry about them in a minute. How about you? Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Is Leroy echoey to you?
No, he is not.
Okay, Leroy, say something to Liv.
Hi, Olivia. How you doing?
Okay,
No
good.
echo.
Okay, good. All right, playing the audio.
that members upload content, images directly into a
Everybody
post
thumbs up,
they
Liv.
create
Liv, can you
in
hear you
the
thumbs
group.
up? Okay, good. All right, now can everybody out there hear it?
Yes, everyone said yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Sounds
great.
good.
Okay, good. All right. So no echo.
Any echo, everyone?
Olivia's like, no, I don't have any echo in the room. We're not talking about the room. We're talking about them now.
No, I know that. I said everyone.
I know. I was just teasing. I'm trying to. Do you see the smile? I'm trying to be funny, even though I'm completely stressed out that we're doing this and we're 17 minutes in the show and you're not following along. That I'm trying to be, jovial. I'm not trying to yell or be a dick. So that you got to help me with this process because it's much easier for me just to be grumpy about it.
No echo.
Wonderful. Okay, quickly trying to get the links down.
Some people respect this rule and will go to you. You can say the claims to choose from on my Facebook.
Hi, my name is Juan Soces Javier Ramirez, and I'm going to show you how to take care of inks today.
It is a thick accent.
It is. She's trying to help us.
And then you will go,
Jen? I love her.
am already on my Facebook group.
Entrepreneur Mama Committee.
And then you will go to manage group. Right here, it says
Okay, that's group. That doesn't work. Has anyone had a chance to figure it out yet?
I got something.
Oh, cool.
So let's see.
So
if it
honey,
works.
if you say so on Twitter, what we do is I'm just gonna right out the wall. So this is Facebook, right? Okay, good. All right, give it to me.
Do you have a live producer dashboard on Meta or Facebook?
I have no idea what that is.
Then I'm not sure because this is for Meta. Meta Facebook. This is where I found
Yeah,
it.
what this is thanks, sweets. It's this has nothing to do with oh, hold on. Ooh, hold on. Page management history. I should be able to do this. Messaging is turned off. Remove. Okay. See, this should have it. So data sharing, no. Page transparency, page management, page access, maybe, no. Oh, this is so frustrating. We got to have links in here, guys, because we can't do the show. And I've got to put links in the chat tonight for advertising, and I can't do it until we can figure it out.
I've
So-
noticed that you can put links in, but no one else can. When you link,
Yeah, I know. That's why we need to have this fixed. That's what we're trying to finish and fix, babe. I'm aware. But the problem is nobody can do it, and the mods need to. And without it, they can't do their jobs. And then we're constantly doing it. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Okay, so anything else?
I'm gonna look up where to find this.
Okay. Let's give it 2 more minutes. If we don't have it in 2 minutes, I guess we'll just forget it. I guess. Which it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand why there's so many ways to skin a cat in Facebook, you know?
Yeah.
And if you ever look at the control panel for admin, it's a mess. It is just a hot mess. And plus the headache is not really helping me right now.
Do you need some Advil or Tylenol?
No, I need to figure this out because we've got people on here waiting, and it's super unprofessional. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't like doing this. But we do have to figure this out. I don't know. I don't know. Leroy, did you even look up anything and try for me or no? Links.
I don't see any of the links.
Well, I know that, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it. How to allow, I mean, 3 heads are better than 1. How to allow links in Facebook.
Go to Meta Business Suite.
Okay.
Go to Meta.
All right. Just hold on. Come on, baby. Work. All right, Meta. Don't hit the mic, Liv. Liv, the mic is going to... Whoever's hitting the mic, stop hitting the mic. Super annoying. Love you. All right, Meta, now what?
On the left navigation
Just
bar,
tell me what to do.
Select Live Dashboard.
No, it's not there. There's nothing here. Never mind. You can't do live dashboard. This isn't live. This is for the entire page.
Oh.
So we're trying to allow the page. What's stopping it? Live dashboard has already been turned on. But go ahead and just give it to me anyway, just quickly.
Okay, so that's how you...
Just tell me what to do. Live dashboard, then what, baby?
Live dashboard. Find comments and chat settings.
I've got resource hub, chat tools, moderation, clips, chat tools. Now what?
Click settings, then choose the settings you want to turn on and off.
I've got chatbot settings, but that's not it. Is anyone saying anything in chat, honey?
Somebody sent me a video on Messenger that I can send to you.
Why don't you look at it real quick and see if this works? Okay. Thanks, babe. Sorry, folks. We're trying as hard as we can.
Quick short here from Kevin Lace on how to add links in live chat if you're a moderator. So I'm going to hit the back button to back out. I would search.
View stream report, save, dismiss, set up your streaming software. Help me. Oof. All right, let me see if it's in this setting, Libby. Well, everybody, here's the cool thing is once we figure this out, we can share it with you, and then we can all learn together. How nice will that be? Come on, thing. Page settings. Nope. What does it say, baby?
That's how to actually post a link
Okay,
with your mod. So then, unfortunately, that didn't work.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, okay. Sometimes it's amazing. It's like when you ask for, you have a missing person, and you say if you have any tip hotline, and you get 47,000, and then it basically does more harm than good. This is one of those situations. Schedule, publish, manage. Okay, just give me a couple seconds here. File manager, manage payrolls. Manage your Meta business account, including accounts. People are writing stuff, Mom. What do we got?
I was looking at stuff people sent me.
Yeah, that's going to be a distraction. Everyone's going to send you just focus on chat. See if there's anybody who's found it.
Okay.
Schedule and public business allow to interact. License music, planner, sound collection, page settings. Yeah, this is such a pain in the ass. Advertise, engage audience. This was so easy to find. Turn links off. Pre-featured link, about links, link access, link clicks. No, that's not it. Access instant articles, instant using, about clicks, outbound. How to turn off my meta, links through. See if anybody's. Okay, so Ida, did you send that information in by chance? Because I want to make sure when we make comments like Facebook's banning you for posting my stuff, that's got to be true, right?
Amy did send me a picture of, she said, I shared to the public group, this box came up.
But how many times did she share?
She just said I shared this to the public group, so she's going to have to.
Ames, how much did you, did you spam or what? Because you can get shut down for an hour.
That's what it was, shut down for an hour.
Yeah, it means you're spamming. That's you, that's not us. So you can't spam so much. You're too damn spammy. Manage page. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Public figure privacy and legal info. Ad center settings. Sorry, Leroy. We're trying, buddy.
Good. I was just
She
poking
sent
around
it to
some of the
9
headlines.
groups, so she spammed it out. That's why.
That's why. So once again, we're setting off, that's stress I don't need, people. Notification, edit preferences, show notifications, manage settings and tools available, new page.
It's working.
What's working?
The link. Maureen just posted it, and I just posted it, and it's not hidden.
How do you know?
Because I just posted it, and it's not hidden.
Not hidden where?
On Facebook. When you post it on Facebook, normally it grays out, and I can see where I posted it, but it says gray.
Yes.
And you can click unhide, but it still won't unhide. I just posted it, and it's not grayed out.
Let me take a look. Isn't it amazing that no settings have been touched, but we start talking about it, and then all of a sudden it comes back on? Isn't that funny?
That's just
I wonder,
scary.
Facebook, it's kind of like how my how about this? Facebook stars doesn't work. By the way, Reels, I haven't been paid for them in 3 years. Oh, and then at followers, at top fans, and at highlight doesn't work for us admins either. Just want to let you know live so everyone can hear how you guys are constantly screwing over this show. Ridiculous. All right, I have to physically see this, and then we can go. So you got to show it.
Does anyone see the link I posted?
Just want to let you know live. So
Olivia, was it the Call My Show one?
No, it was the link tap go. I posted it like 1 minute ago.
No. The join video is not there. You guys, what do you mean you can see them? They're not there. So everyone can hear how you guys are constantly screwing over the show. I'm talking to you, Liv.
Oh, what? I guess I'm.
What do you mean you can see them? Show me, because they're all blacked out.
Okay, then maybe not.
Well, I don't understand.
Because normally when I post it, it grays out. Like I can see it.
It is grayed out. They're all grayed out.
It's not grayed
Maureen
out.
is hidden. So all the time we've been spamming all these links, they've been hidden. Nobody can see them. So this is one of the reasons why nobody goes to the site, or they don't sign up, or they don't donate. And we got to get this fixed. It's crippling the show. So, and the only way you can do it, I know for a fact, is when you're live. So, like, I hate to say this, but I'm willing to sit here for the entirety of the show and just get it done and add the hours. And if somebody needs to go, they can go. But I got to figure this out, y'all. We got to figure it out. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Data sharing, page transparency, page management, history, page access. I just don't know. How to stop people from sharing links on your Facebook page. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Don't say anything. Okay. Liv.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. Here are the steps. Switch into the page you want to manage. Here we go. Boom. Don't unfriend me. Click. Thank you for whoever subscribed. Debbie, you're the best. Click your page's profile picture in the top right of Facebook. Yeah, did that. Click settings and privacy. Settings. I knew it was in privacy. I told you it was in privacy. In the left menu, click privacy, and then click page and tagging. Page and tagging. Hold on. Below page, you can control what visitors can post on your page. Here we go. Okay. Who can post on your page? Only me. Who can see what others post on your page? Everyone. Allow others to view and leave reviews. No, this isn't it. Who can see posts that you're tagging on your page? Everyone. Review posts you're tagging, review tags. That's not it. Public posts. Thought we had it. Thought we had it. Oh, here we go. No, maybe. Oh, we're getting close. So now, okay, hold on. I think it's in filters. That's right. It's in filters. Profanity filters off. That's what we need. We need the filters because filters will go ahead and stop people from doing it. So that's what I need. Privacy. Who can see the people pages you list and follows? Who can see future posts? Oh, so frustrating. Anything else, Livy?
No.
Are you still looking? Let's not stop because otherwise we're going to be sitting here watching me do this all night. All night. I'll be doing this alone. People see the total number of reactions under your post. All right. That was a good article, but where is it? Stop people from posting on your timeline. How about we do URL? How do I get a link URL report? Change your page username. How to check if a link I'm viewing. Guidelines for creating custom. Oh, come on, man. Add an address. Block URL. Block profiles from your fake. No. Block links. Block words. What do you got, Livy? Anything, honey?
No, not yet. I'm still looking.
Okay, log into Facebook. Click your photo in the top right. Click See All Profiles. All right, let's try that. Photo. And then click on the profile photo in the top right. Click See All, and then select the page you want to switch into. Okay, yep. Click your page photo and click Settings and Privacy. More settings and privacy. I swear to God. I am a little sick and tired of settings and privacy. In the left, click Public Posts. Oh, hold on. Privacy. Public Posts. Profanity filter.
Quick short here from Kevin at Lazy Pond Farm on how to add links in live.
What's it saying, hon? What was that?
It was the same video I watched before.
Ouch.
It's just it's what a pain in the ass this is. I just
Best software on the planet.
well, God, if you could see the amount of crap you have to learn when it comes to Facebook, it's just ridiculous.
I keep getting the scroll to settings and support.
How to stop comments from having links. Facebook. I know it's in the content filter. Aha. Okay, I think this is it. I think this is the one. No, I feel really good about this one. Okay, here it is. Create. Oh, some bitch. Hold on. Let me expand this. More items. Come on. Hurry up. Okay. Nope. Okay. This is so stupid. It's a content moderation tool. That's all it is. And I've had moderation assistant. That's what it is. That's what it is. Comment has a link.
Did you get it?
You motherfucker. Okay. Feel much better. Somebody try it. Somebody try the links.
Okay, I'm doing
Now we're
it.
going to get the Chinese farmers in here. Want to buy wild gold? Send me
Okay.
$19. I make you holla.
I'm linking it right now.
Do your own
enter.
do your OnlyFans page.
I still don't
All
know
they
what
would see
OnlyFans
Is
is.
my feet. That's all they would
Melanie,
see.
the reason why we're not answering is because everyone's busy.
All right. I just posted it. Can somebody reply to it? Or
And it
let
may
me know
not
if
work.
they
It may
see?
not work right now. I mean, the fact that we have 90 people who just want to watch us fail, that blows
Right.
me away. They just want to watch us fail. They're like, oh, look at these yokel chokles.
When
All
I
right, how's
clicked
it-
on the link, Liv, it just took me to the main page.
Just try it again.
But were you able to see it?
I wasn't looking. I thought somebody else was. I thought I did all the work just now that somebody
No,
else
I
would
was talking
test
to
it.
Leroy.
Oh, did you called him
Yeah,
Babe?
that's
There's
what I
something I
get,
need to know.
babe.
What is that? What is that? I don't know what that means.
It's you. When I click the link, that's what I see is you.
What link? Can you be more descriptive?
The one I
The
just
link
posted.
that Olivia posted.
And which link would that be?
That's
There's
what I
Link
something
tap
I-
go
Link tap go. Okay, hold on.
is what I posted.
Okay, I see link tap go,
and I see Matthew.
and that worked. I see Matthew. I see Brandon. I see Jesse. I see, and the magic mirror sees Olivia. Yeah, they're all working. Everyone check your chat. Tell me they're not all working. They're working.
Yeah, they're working.
All right, everybody. Welcome. I finally got to subscribe. The link made it easier. See, that we had to fix this. This was pissing me off. I'm like we should absolutely have people spamming link tap go. And oh, somebody's calling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Steve.
Please
it's
let
Captain
it be Lefty.
It's Captain Steve Rogers. Yes, Captain. Yes, Mr. Rogers. What can we do for you? Captain Steven Rogers. Hold on a second, man. Let me get you in here. I can't hear you yet. Hold on. Okay, Captain Rogers. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I just wanted to see how this worked.
It works, man. Isn't that cool?
So why aren't you getting any news today?
Well, because this is the problem. We've been doing this show for 3 years, and we've had a problem every time we put our links in here, which, to go and follow us on Twitter or go see a new t-shirt, they haven't worked. So I recognize that, and it took us only 3 years to figure it out. Well, we have to do it live, otherwise we can't test it. So we've had to spend the last 20 minutes doing that. So we will have a show now, and I apologize for letting you down.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Captain.
You got it.
Have a good day.
Looking good, Captain.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Yep. Captain Steve Rogers, everybody. Whew, it's an honor. It's an honor to meet Mr. Rogers. All right, everybody. Well, let's get to it. They're like, how come we ain't got the frickin' news? I love that. That guy's awesome. All right. So welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. We're sorry for the technical malfeasance. We're still going to have a good show tonight. The Colorado Avalanche are playing.
They're not playing till tomorrow.
I thought it was a back-to-back.
They're playing in
Jeez.
Nashville tomorrow.
But
One
they said it was
thing. Can we get
they
one
said-
damn thing right?
They said it was a back-to-back last night. They're going to Nashville. Oh, it's supposed to be a back-to-back. That's ridiculous. All right. So here's the thing. First of all, I want to apologize for the length. Kay, thank you for sharing the stream. We appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for sticking with us. First topic tonight, we're going to get right into it, is the squad loves Hamas with big hearts. Big, giant hearts. Big, black, giant hearts. Yes, big, yes. They love them with these, and they love them with these. This turns
Those are
into
two different
this.
things, though.
I'm pretty sure one's very hairy. Not all the squad. None of them seem like they would
Maybe.
shave. What is going on? Amy?
I
Yes.
bet that AOC is not.
Hi, Amy. What is going? Whoa, wrong Amy. Hold on, Amy. Let me get you over here.
Hi.
Which Amy is this?
I don't know how to do this. I was just joking around, seeing if your
It's all
link
right.
works.
It's all right. What do you got going on? Are you working out in the garage? Amy, why'd you leave? Dude, do you know how long these people haven't been able to see the link? And that's
God,
been why
I feel
they
like
don't
he was
call in.
filming from Beau of the Fifth Columns.
I want to know
hideout.
what's going on at Amy's house. Did a kid fall in a well? What happened?
Call back, Amy.
Call back, Amy. We'd love to have you on. All right. So everybody, you don't click the link unless you want to be on the show. If you click the link, you're going to be on the show. Now, if you don't want to be, you're on the show. If you don't want to be on the show, all you have to do is just be like, no, and I'll just put you on an audio. Okay. First things first, the squad. I mean, we understand what's been going on. This is crazy. They're nuts. All of them, from Rashid Tlaib to
Thank Allah.
yes, thank Allah, and AOC, and let's see, Jayapal, and who's the other one? Island Omar. I mean, all of them are just freaking nuts.
She's the one that I really can't stand.
I can't stand any of them. I mean, seriously, they're just a waste of space. Here's the video. This is. Oh, this is so cringeworthy. We're gonna watch the whole thing because I don't have a choice. I got to show it to you. This is Presley.
Larry
This is
Fishburne?
like,
Oh wait,
yeah, no, yeah, right. This is Yul Brynner after a serious tan. So she has propecia. Is that what it's called when you can't?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of
Alopecia.
is Will Smith slapping
Yeah,
Chris
you
Rock in the face.
you take her name out of your
you
mouth.
keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
Did you say alopecia?
It's alopecia, yes.
I thought it was-
alopecia.
what's propecia? Isn't that a medicine or something?
Medication.
Propecia.
I'm pretty sure.
If you've got gonorrhea, you might want to take
Isn't it
propecia.
for
Well, that's the same thing.
male
She's got
dysfunction?
propecia. It's like when you have crabs. You got to shave the whole area. She's got crabs on her head.
That's my excuse.
Kojak, bang, bang. So we're going to hear from Ayanna Presley about male pattern baldness, and she's going to educate us. Now, all those people who have alopecia or a slight form, stop getting offended. This lady is scum of the earth. After you hear this, you'll understand. Here it is.
Over 11,000 children have been killed in Gaza, a horror that defies explanation. 260 children.
Did she just say that children are whores that defy explanation? Let's listen to
I
that
hope
again.
not.
Let's listen to that again.
Over 11,000 children have been killed in Gaza, a horror that defies explanation.
Horror.
260
Horror.
children
Oh, wow.
who never celebrated their first birthday. Thousands more weigh heavy on our conscience and in our hearts. Babies, toddlers, teenagers, young men and women. A child is killed every 15 minutes in Gaza. We cannot look away. Think of these babies who were sleeping.
Reminds me of Trevor Rabin's song, I can't look away. I can't look away. What?
Did she look away when Hamas invaded Israel? That's the
It doesn't
question.
matter. Those sunglasses are nuclear blast proof. Those are old Jackie. She got them from Jackie O's. So, you know, and yeah, Kennedy's head looks better than hers. I'm just saying.
In cribs, wearing diapers or running for their lives when they were struck by a missile or shot by a sniper. What?
Did she say struck by a missile?
Uh-huh.
Listen, first of all, I just want to be the heat signature and the overall signature profile of a child would be very difficult for a missile. It's going to go ahead and pick something a little bit bigger, okay? As far as a sniper, I really don't remember snipers shooting children from the IDF. I don't think children have been targets. Now, I know that that's happened in Iraq, Afghanistan, Fallujah, other places where they use children. So unless you're saying that they're using children as terrorists, I don't see why they would. But let's listen to the rest.
happened to our humanity? Today, the people of Gaza
There's Island Omar. Oh, you look like my brother.
Oh my God.
You look like my brother.
are facing the unconscionable threat of an Israeli invasion of Rafah. the last designated safe zone. But it's important to remember how we got to this moment. First,
yes,
the Israeli government
Leroy,
displaced Palestinians.
Leroy, let's go ahead and recap.
How did we get to this cover?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
did we
Leroy,
get
will
to
you go
this
ahead and recap?
particular
Yeah.
point in time? Gee,
Yeah.
I don't know. Did Hamas, I don't know, plan a major invasion, knock over a bunch of barriers, literally take hovercraft or those
Gliders.
What do they call those? Gliders.
You work in
over the
Intel?
territory. Yeah, Trek gliders. Who uses gliders for God's sake, right?
Yeah.
Then they go ahead and kidnapped a bunch of Israelis. I mean, how did we get to this point? You tell me.
And raped. Don't forget the rape.
There was a story. Not even joking. I can't believe this lady is this upset about it because literally last week, I believe it was on Fox, but they had taken the reference from other reporting that had suggested that Hamas was literally taking babies and toddlers, this kind of thing, killing them and raping them. And she's upset now.
Here's what it comes down to. I mean, you can sit here and play victim. I told everyone what was going to happen. Nobody listened to me. I said Israel is going to destroy anything that is left standing after 30 days. And that is man, woman, child, vegetable, preferably vegetable. It puts up a less of a struggle. And nobody believed me. People were like, oh, Netanyahu won't do that. The American government, they don't have the balls. Dude, unless you've worked with them, unless you've worked over there and understood what an affront this has been, 17 years, Jews have been working with Hamas as they continue to launch missiles, give them jobs, provided them everything they can. The walls are there to not keep them in. It's to keep them out of Israel. Why do you think every single Islamic country puts up a border around and won't let any Palestinians in? Why do you think that is? Why won't other Muslim countries take them? Because they don't want them. Because they're radicalized. 91% of them, they are a terrorist haven. It's like taking in Somalia. So let's stop pretending that these people are innocent. Yes, the kids shouldn't die. That sucks. But folks, this is war. And this is what happens. This is why you don't want to have a war.
I'm going to guess that at least half of those kids were used by Hamas.
I have no doubt in my mind. No doubt. We'll watch the video. I did this last night. I walked you guys through it. That whole thing is starting to unravel where they shot into the crowds. First of all, you don't shoot into crowds when you're IDF with Kalashnikovs. I got to hear the audio. I got to hear it at 352 Mbps. So that is like lossless audio. It's Kalashnikovs because this is an AK-47. It makes a very distinct sound. Your enemies fire at you. So I know what an AK sounds like. It's AK. So there were pirates trying to take the freaking aid, and they were shooting at IDF. So they laid into them. And I'm sorry, yes, civilians got killed, but maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be bull rushing the aid. The aid is there to help you. It's kind of like in the Titanic when they rush the lifeboats. You're killing yourself.
My biggest problem with what these 3-4 nut jobs are talking about is the fact that they're only outraged on one side of it. They're not outraged when both sides, right, say are guilty of something. And we can admit that. We can admit that
sure,
Israel has a little bit of a gut punch reaction as well. They should in some cases.
Of course.
The problem is the hypocrisy here where you can only be outraged on one side. That's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear the outrage for when Palestine Hamas went into Israel and kidnapped the kids and kidnapped the women and did what they did. And I haven't heard the squad talk about those 40 babies that were burned.
And not just that, Liv. It's a good point.
I haven't heard any of them talk about that. It doesn't. If you truly want human rights, then you should be appalled by both sides. And you should be upset that both sides have had children that have died.
The interesting thing is how many times are you going to listen to the Palestinian government and the politicized state-run media And listen, do you realize that there are American journalists watching this? And the only American, I hate to say this, and I'm going to say it, the only American, somewhat American journalists over there are CNN Muslim journalists. These are people who picked up and worked for Al Jazeera. They already found one person who worked for Hamas and was a Hamas sympathizer and foot soldier who worked for Al Jazeera. I exposed that and did the article on the site. This isn't the first time. It's not that everything that Hamas does is wrong. There is a little bit of truth in what they say, but they lie so much and they exaggerate so much. You can't trust what's coming out. It's the same thing I told you about Russia and Ukraine. They are state-run media. You can't trust the information coming out of these countries. That's why we must wait. Right. Let's listen to the rest of alopecia. Actually, she looks like One Punch Man from the anime. One Punch Man. It's called One Piece or something. Yeah.
Is it anime?
It is. Hayden will know what it is. I don't know either. I'm just telling you. It's in the craw. You know how I am. I just remember stuff. Here's the rest.
South was safe. Then they invaded southern Gaza and said that Rafah was safe. Now the Israeli military is threatening to invade Rafah, where over 1.5 million Palestinian civilians are sheltering.
Better get out of there.
Without food, clean water, or medicine.
And I wonder why they don't have clean water.
When will this cruelty end? For how much longer will the U.S. offer its full-throated support?
I want to go ahead and answer her question. When will it end? Yeah. I got a full throat for you. This is when it will end. Are you ready? Here, let's go ahead and let's get a closer look so we can all This is when it will end. Are we ready? When Hamas surrenders unequivocally. Every single one of them lay down their arms, put their hands in the air, and surrender. That is the only way this will stop. This is never. Listen, once you've killed 40,000, what's another 40? Really? I mean, what's another 40? What's another 150? At this point, Israel is full commit. They're full commit. What do you want? Now, if they stop, they are going to have to do this again in 20 years, and it's going to be 10 times harder. They will have terrorist fundraising off of this. They will become stronger. They will go to Iran. They will go to Syria. They will stay out of the reach. They will go to Beirut and Lebanon, and they will go to North Africa, Libya, and other countries, Somalia, Ethiopia. They will train in terrorist cells and groups. They will cut their teeth on Europeans and other places that are low security and soft targets, and then they will turn their eyes back on Israel. That's what will happen in the next 2 decades. So, sorry, you got to get them all. You got to get them all. And I told you this. Don't with Israel. I said, if you do it, they are going to flatten Gaza. Guess what happened? And guess what's next? It's on the East Bank. It's on the West Bank, because that's next. If you think they're not going to do the same thing to the West Bank, you're insane. Palestine is over. There is no more Palestine. And anybody that continues to stay in that area after they tell you to exfil, you're going to die. That is the worst thing. Either you're going to die by bombs or you're going to die by starvation or dehydration. And that is a painful way to die. You need to leave.
I don't remember Hamas warning the Israeli people and civilians, said, we're going to bomb you here in 72 hours. So you got 72 hours to get out. Didn't Israel send out leaflets and give warning and say, this is where we're going to start attacking. If you're a civilian, you need to leave. Well,
Then they said, oh, well, they're launching white phosphorus. Willie Pete is not being used. When you launch Willie Pete from frickin' 300 yards up, it's being used as a signal flare, not to go ahead and burn people. And we have things that will destroy them a hell of a lot faster than Willie Pete, okay? So let's stop. And people are saying, well, you can't get them all. You don't have to get them all. You don't have to get them all. You just have to make sure they don't have a place to come back to.
Well, see, the thing is, and I know it's sad for the kids, but these are children who have been raised to hate Israel, hate America, hate Westerners, and they've been trained to be terrorists since they could walk and talk. And Israel has killed their dads, their older brothers, their uncles, their grandpas, maybe even moms, and they're going to grow up hating Israel, and they're going to start it all over again. The
and
next
their little
generation,
dog Pogo too.
yeah, the next generation of Hamas is going to start it up again, and unfortunately, you got to get them all, and it sucks.
And I'm sorry, and I hate to say this, then don't fuck with Israel anymore.
Right.
That's it.
If you're the little guy on the block, then you don't want to go up to the biggest bully in high school, right? And slap him around. It's not going to work out well for you, and you have to expect that the reaction will be likely overwhelming.
Yeah.
So everyone should be standing around them, pointing fingers, laughing, and saying, "Well, what the hell did you expect?"
Right. You wanted a holy war. You got it. You want to meet Allah? Well, here's a one-way ticket. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the 72 virgins because we're going to punch your ticket. I'm sorry about the children. I'm sorry about the women. And I'm sorry that Hamas uses them as shields. But welcome to the Middle East, folks. It's not a nice place. And if you've been there, you would understand that.
It's like the schoolyard bully who constantly picks on the kid. And finally the kid has had enough and turns around and, cold cocks the bully. And the bully's like, I'm going to go home and tell my mom now and cry.
Right.
That's what Hamas did. They're like, we're going to get you.
Matt posted that meme. It was that cartoon. Matt posted that cartoon a couple of months back. Excuse me, of Hamas, banging the bee's nest with a stick and then looking for the reaction. And it was spot on. It was perfect because it's exactly what happened.
It's it. All right. Well, let's finish the rest of this crap.
For the Israeli government is it violates international law and operates with callous disregard for human life.
Hypocrisy.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Vengeance is not a foreign policy doctrine.
Really?
And we cannot bomb our way to peace. History has shown us
history has shown that we can.
Considering you guys are supporting the Russian war,
That's
but okay.
Japan, how that works.
You know what I heard? I think I'm hearing that they want to stop funding Ukraine.
Exactly.
I think that's what they just said, that you can't bomb your way to peace. So we should stop funding Ukraine. Thank you, Iota Presley. I knew you were on our side. Jeez. Thank you, Dave Chappelle's sister.
Wow.
Let's begin with an immediate
That's mean to Dave Chappelle.
It is, but
that's really mean.
But she does look like Dave Chappelle. She does.
I'm on the East Bank. I'm on the West Bank.
I'm on the West Bank.
Booty tang.
Did you say Abe Lincoln?
Did you say hey Blinken? Master Robin, you got boobs.
Messages home, deliver the humanitarian assistance that Gaza so desperately needs, and we are not alone in this fight.
I'm so happy.
Here's my problem. Why are you wearing PLO shamags? Anybody want to answer me that question?
I don't even know what those are.
Leroy?
That's the neckerchief.
But why are they wearing PLO shamags? It's just a question. I don't know.
It's perfectly logical. It makes me
wondering.
think that they want to support. It makes me think that they would like to support one side in this.
I mean, did you guys just want to completely start talking about Yasser Arafat at this point? Did you actually want to go ahead and take a knee to Hezbollah? I mean, I'm just wondering. But if you're going to wear the PLO fronts shamag, you might want to go ahead and realize that there are a few people in this country who may understand that. Everyone's like, this is just a floral pattern. It's a reoccurring pattern of oasis of dates in no, it's not.
I wonder how they feel about about the hypocrisy that's happening in Hamas, where they toss gay people off. Off of. Do they support that? Because it seems like they're supporting at least that side of the political aisle.
They don't care, dude.
Do they support that too?
They love, dude. Listen to me. They freaking love Che Guevara, who threw more gays off of bridges than the San Francisco Bridge. Here you go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see it.
There you go. Kayafe.
Yep. Okay.
It's an Arab rap. It's a PLO ceremonial garb. Shamag. They're both wearing it. And this is what and if
call
you're
it
going to sit here, it does. But the point is, that's exactly what it is. Go type in PLO Shamag. There you go. You've got it. So these are American citizens wearing a terrorist organization's article of clothing. Let me ask you a question. What can you imagine if Rand Paul walk out there, okay, him and his dad, and they're rocking a KKK hood, and they're like, "Hey, Brett, you need to wash up a little better, Brett." And they're wearing Klan hoods, and they're like, "What? This is just the ceremonial garb of my people. Just wearing Klan hoods." What do you mean that I'm wearing an iron star from the Nazi regime? This I got in a world. I got this in a Salvation Army shop. No, there's nothing wrong with this. Yes, there is. What if somebody was to go ahead and wear the Confederate flag neckerchief? Do you think that these ladies would absolutely like pretend like they were vampires and they stepped on holy ground? These scarves are made in different ways. They are reoccurring patterns. They are black and they're a deep navy blue. Yasser Arafat wore one on his head constantly. These are not dress shamags. They're not ceremonial in their religion. They represent nothing but a terrorist organization. And if they're going to sit here and tell you different, you're being lied to.
I wonder how they feel about the overall theme from Hamas, and the whole death to America, death to Israel kind of. How do they feel about? Is that a peaceful? I mean, is that something that where we can talk about? We don't want to necessarily fund that, or we don't want to support that message. I wonder if they would address that at any point, and the hypocrisy from which they're kind of trying to project this horse shit.
I don't know. How do we take a look at that picture? Anybody recognize that scarf?
Oh, wow.
You guys think I'm full of... It's not like I didn't do intel dossiers and profiles on these pricks. It's not like that Leroy and I haven't done briefings on people and understand this is my time. This is my area.
Wait. Leave that up. I'm going to take a screen grab of that, and then I'm going to post it.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, you should. Let's do it right.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's just replace her head. There we go. Take a screen grab of that. Tell me I'm wrong. Like I said, dark navy, reoccurring patterns.
Got it.
And if you go look at any PLO or Hezbollah, they will be wearing the same thing. Any terrorist group who are on jihad will wear that. And it goes around their neck, but when jihad is happening, it goes around their face. So let's pretend that, these are just wonderful, beautiful,
right,
pieces of our culture. Give me a break. Let's finish the rest of this crap before I throw up.
The globe are marching peacefully for a ceasefire. Support in Congress has never been higher, and our labor siblings, the UAW, AFL-CIO, and AFT, are now firmly in our...
Remind me to tell you about the job interview that I had with the AFL-CIO. I thought they were going to shit themselves. This was after COVID, and this was between... I was going between Valor and Flags of Valor. And the AFL-CIO reached out to me and wanted to see if I wanted to run their new lottery. And they were doing a 3-state lottery expansion. It was going to be like $2.5 billion. I would be in charge of all the sales, all the installation, POS systems in gas stations and other places that sell lottery. And the AFL-CIO reached out to me to do this. And I made it to the final interview because it wasn't in person. It was over the phone. And so I go ahead and my interview's coming up and they're coming over on Skype. And my video's up and their video's not. And there's like 7 people going to interview me. And I can hear them talking. And they don't know that I can hear them talking. And the lady goes, I swear to God, I didn't know.
You're a white man?
Yeah, his voice
hey, whitey!
She goes, his voice is really deep. It's super deep. And I swear to God, I didn't know. And then the other lady goes, let's just get this over with.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, this is
going to entertain this white man.
Oh, I am so excited. Dude, I was trying to record it because this is like just when the show started, right? So I was so excited, dude. I was like, I'm going to post this everywhere. I'm going to own, like they're going to cut me a check for like $10 million. I'm going to sue the fuck out of the AFL-CIO, right? And what do you say? What are they going to say? No, you can't. Oh, well, wait a second. You're the AFL-CIO. You guys sue everybody because of racial discrimination. Right. You guys invented it. So I shit you not. When they came, I swear to God, I thought I was at a Louis Farrakhan convention. I had never seen so many people that hate Jews in my life. I swear these were like they had the close haircut with slick back, you know. Ladies were wearing gold earrings, and every single person was black, and I was a white guy, and they're like, "Hello, Mr. Spear," and I'm like, "Hi,
I'm here to apply for that position, codenamed Malcolm X."
Yeah. My name's Miklo, and I'm interested in working for the They're like, "Why do you want to work for the AFL-CIO?" And I'm like, "I just want to make a difference." I do this interview. It's like an hour long. They're like, "Do you have questions?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've got a ton." So I started asking all this stuff. I'm like, "Can I work from home in this job? Can I?" And I started screwing with them. Never heard back. I didn't get any feedback. I'm really surprised. AFL-CIO, talk about a racist organization.
What are they?
That's a long conversation. Just put it this way: a racist organization, which is government funded, and they basically do a lot. It's too long of a story. We'll talk about it some other time. Let's go.
Our pro-peace, pro-humanity movement, it is strong and intersectional and growing daily. Because from Massachusetts to Michigan and all the way to the Middle East, our destinies are tied. And
there's more places. Massachusetts to Michigan. Lady, you've lost like 3/4 of the country. You forgot a lot of places.
Yeah.
I think she was just trying to go with the M's.
Right. You forgot Mississippi. You forgot Maryland.
Montana.
You forgot well, nobody remembers Montana.
I remember Montana.
You forgot Missouri. Mizzou. I'll tell you what, Kalamazoo.
Humanity is on the line.
And so is democracy, right?
Humanity.
Democracy and humanity are on the line. Give me a break. They're such yutzes. I mean, seriously. How about you say this? Hamas.
How do they keep getting elected?
Yeah, that's what blows my mind.
Yeah.
Why don't they just say that? Why doesn't the squad sit up there and go to the terrorist organizations? All you have to do is surrender. Surrender now. Save children's lives if you have any humanity. And you know what? They won't, because the UN has been asking for that. They've sent in people to ask them. They don't want to. They're not going to surrender. This is what they wanted. They want this. This is what they want. They need to give the new. Did you realize there was too much peace in the Middle East happening? They needed this to happen to break up the Saudi Arabia and Israel accords. They had no more ammunition. Their recruiting numbers were down. They needed something like this. They need this in order to go ahead and recruit terrorists. Give me a break. This is what they want. You know, Hamas is like, no, really, the squad, we're good. This is what the fuck. This is exactly what we do this for. Just shut up. Women and that one man in the brown coat with no hair. Shut up. Bitches. Whatever. Just saying. Next topic, ballot harvesting is the way to 2024. Leroy?
Wait, what? Ballot harvesting? What are we talking about?
Yeah, well, I am going to answer that question. We're going to watch a little video, and then we're going to talk about it. Livia, I want to get your opinion on it, too. This is CPAC.
Ran out of paper ballots.
And I've heard this once, and I want to hear it twice. 3 times a lady, and I know it's you. I know you guys were related because you sing the wrong words to Amazing Grace.
Maverick.
1994.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Such distinct similarities. All right.
God.
Here we go. This was at CPAC. And no, this is not Yanni. He hasn't made a comeback. But I
got to go.
I said, yeah. First of all, there's no doubt we're opening up the umbrella a little bit when it comes to our party, and that's fine, and we should. And this guy's a very smart individual. No, he wasn't in The Crow. He wasn't the bad guy in The Crow. But I said a long time ago, and I'm going to reinforce this because I think it's something that we need to talk about. You know, Sean Hannity had his talking points, but here's ours. Is the GOP, and specifically you, the listeners, need to let go of voting on voting day.
Yeah.
You need to surrender it. I know it's, now listen to me. I know it's a tradition. I did the same thing. You would take your time off work and you would go get in your vehicle and you would go wait in line and you'd punch your card and you come home and you get that little sticker, and it was national pride to do so. I'm with you. Those days are over. Because the problem is that it is no longer 1,000 people. It's hundreds of thousands of people. And our country is larger than it's ever been before. And getting to the polling centers, or if a snowstorm hits, or God forbid something bad happens, which it has in many states, whether it was primaries or not, or whether it was midterms or national elections, there are very big issues with voting. Look at what just happened in New York with a major snowstorm. We have got to get out and vote. Mm-hmm. We have got to get out early and vote. Then if you have such a hard on for it, then go and put in your paper ballot and then show up on election day and try to vote again. And they're going to tell you can't. And then you say thank you and you walk away. If you're so worried about it, you make a copy, you take a photograph, you do all the things you have to do, and you ensure that your vote is counted. But this is why. Take a listen to this, and then we want comments from everybody, because I want everybody's opinion on this.
Harris County, Texas ran out of paper ballots on what day? Election day. Luzerne County, Pennsylvania, Republican County, ran out of paper ballots on what day? Election day. Adam Laxalt lost by 8,000 votes in Nevada. It snowed in Washoe County and Reno, because our people, we like to live in the mountains. We're mountain folk. It snowed on what day? Election day. So the Democrats, they weren't freaking out. They weren't panicking. They had already ballot harvested. They had already early voted. They already mailed in their votes. And Republicans were going, guys, please, I know it's snowing. Please go vote. Imagine what we could have done stopping the Democrats from having a majority right now, defeating an incumbent Democratic senator in the state of Nevada. And so I am calling for an all-of-the-above approach to voting. Yes, we're going to do election day voting, but we are going to use the tools of the Democrats to elect Republicans. We are going to early vote. We are going to go in person. We are going to do mail-in voting. We are going to do absentee ballots. And we are going to have ballot boxes at churches and gun shows.
Gun shows? All right.
Uncle Sam made a visit.
Listen, I appreciate. Can we get them in my hair salon? Because
Listen, Matthew.
I've got to. Listen, bitch, don't use that Matthew tone with me. I don't care if he's gay. Good for him. He's going to get made fun of a little bit, because I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. I'm just going to make fun of you because you're effeminate. But who cares? You're smart and you deserve respect. So if I'm making fun of you, it's because I like you. He's right.
Oh, yeah.
He's right.
I have a question for you, though.
Go ahead.
Remember when we voted when we lived in Texas? What county did we live in?
We lived in Goshen?
Harris.
Oh.
Goshen was Wyoming.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you remember a paper ballot when we voted?
No.
Nope. There was no paper ballot when we voted in Harris, Texas.
No, but did we go day of?
Yes, we did.
That's why you have to. If you're in a state that doesn't have a paper ballot, you can, it was electronic, but you can request a paper ballot. You have to go online and do it. Here's some information first. I've taken some notes because I'm starting to learn that, just it's good to have it in your head, but it's also good to be able to read it. The only problem is I can't read it.
I'm having issues seeing too. Getting old really sucks.
You know what?
Man.
I'm breaking out the big guns. I'm breaking out my reading glasses. Look at yourself. Yeah, look at yourself. You've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok. The white man is taking. Okay, sorry. Aiding voters with this. These are fantastic reading glasses. Who knew, right? Aiding voters with language barriers is a huge plus. Something that we're seeing more and more, especially when we get more Hispanic Americans who are sick of this border bullshit. It expands voter access. So they don't have to go to a polling station, which is 15, 20 minutes away. They can get it, drop it in the mailbox, and guarantee it. It increases voter turnout by making it easier, but more importantly, it increases the gap on election day because those people are going to see and have early voting results from those ballots being counted, and they'll have an idea of where their candidate stands. And if Democrats are in lead, it's going to suppress the vote for those late voters. It ensures ballot security. You get to check your vote. You can see if it was accepted. You have online ability to see if it actually was intook properly, intook, accepted.
Intook. Yeah.
Intook, intake, intooken, intaken, intaken 6.
That was a terrible movie. I think it was a terrible parent.
I have a specific set of skills that make me a living hell for people like you.
Nightmare.
If you return it now, I promise I will not hunt you. I will not look for you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you.
We'll find you.
And I will kill
I
you.
will vote Republican.
and I will harvest my ballot in your dead carapace.
Hey, babe, would you turn... Oh, the fan's on. Never mind.
What do you want me to do?
Turn it up. I'm hot.
The fan ain't going to fix that, baby.
Thank you very much. You're just...
Aww.
No, he's just trying to get laid later.
Trying. Listen, it's been like 7 days. A stiff wind.
2 weeks.
Yeah, a stiff 2 weeks.
Aww. 2 weeks.
Dude, you guys seen Total Recall where that talking head is like 2 weeks? Olivia does it perfect. Do it, Liv.
2 weeks.
Okay.
The only impersonation I can do.
Compensate. No, you do a Himalayan backed sheep in heat very well.
All right.
Okay.
Goodness dear.
Compensating for limited. These are great. Compensating for limited voting infrastructure in areas with limited access to voting centers or unreliable postal service, and it counteracts opposing efforts because if you get somebody to vote early, it means Democrats can't get someone to vote early. Right. So while they're voting for 90 days, 60 days, 25 days before we even get started, we're relying too much on an older generation, which can have too much shit happen between the hours of 7:30, 8 a.m. till 8 o'clock at night. We've got to do better. Leroy, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, real quick, Gary Bailey has a quick question for me. It says, Q Leroy, what are you downing over there? Well, Carrie, not that I'm sponsored at all, but this is Old Forester 1807.
You got to put it away quick.
Bottled and bond.
There you go. Good.
Now, to answer Matt's question, yes, we absolutely need to break the habit of voting on voting day. To Matt's point, every time you can get anybody to mail that in ahead of time, what that does is it eliminates the possibility that there would become a possible problem later on down the road. It ensures that vote will be, I know for a fact that a lot of time you can track your ballot as it progresses through the system, and
Correct.
You can check usually online to say, all right, look, was my ballot counted yet or not? and you can check to see whether or not, what the status is of it. We need to get into that habit, because too many times what was that guy's name up on the stage?
The Crow.
Whatever the hell.
Whatever
I
don't
the hell
know his name.
was.
I'll find out his name.
He's absolutely right. Is that something happens on the day of, and it's too late. And we can't afford that anymore. We have to get into the habit of getting our opinion, our ballot. We have to get that in early.
Yeah, and I think, listen, I understand everyone's like, well, it just feels good. There's a lot of things that feel good. Okay. And we've learned to, yeah, right. And we have learned to do them in moderation or not do them at all. And voting in person is a feel-good thing. I don't care. You know what feels better than that? Having a Republican president, have a House and a Senate, which we can actually, hopefully, do something with. You're just not going to convince me that we need to continue to hold on to same-day voting. But it's a perfect example. It is November, folks. There's a lot of snow in November. And, there's inclement weather. And you can't rely. Yeah. You can't rely on waiting for the last minute. You just can't.
No.
So what I'm telling everybody, and I'm going to do it every night, I need your help, Leroy, and I need everyone's help online, is that we're going to talk about this. And we're gonna talk about early voting and why it's important. And if you have a question about your state and you can't just figure it out, and you're like, wait a second, I don't understand how to do this. I've never done this before. Well, you didn't know how to walk at one point. So we'll help. You understand? You got me? You hear me? You feel me? Good. All right. You want to find out his name? Oh! Hey, Ed, thank you. Ed, wow. Thank you, buddy. $50 from Ed. Thank you, Ed. That helps, man. That helps. Every show, we can just,
Ed,
get a little
man.
bit. You're a beautiful man, Ed. Thanks for the folks. All you gotta do is go to Link Tap Go and help out. We appreciate it. It means the world to us when you do that. Thank you. We know your money is important to you, and we think you giving it to us helps. Every dollar. Okay. What was his name? Is that what you wanted to know? How about I get it for you?
For the purpose of that particular segment, I felt it was important, because in that case, rarely do I call people out that we usually rebroadcast. Rarely do we call them out for being right. So in this case, I would like to do that, because he was absolutely right. We need to get into that habit.
Yeah. So and by the way, I don't give a damn. We could use more gay people in the Republican Party. Can I just say it? We could.
Care what they do.
And I don't care, because the more people that vote, the better. The Republican Party needs to get out of the mindset that just because we don't agree with people doesn't mean we can't use their vote and still do good work for them. Right? I mean, because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. All right.
I don't know that I agree
Brian.
with that.
Brian donating $22. Thank you, Brian.
That is very nice of you, Brian.
Sir.
You're an awesome,
Brian.
Awesome.
You're the best buddy. Remember, first names, if you don't want your full name, this is a software thing. It's going to call you out for your love. And every time you do it, we certainly appreciate it. Brian, thank you, sir. We won't put out your last name, though, just your first name. We really appreciate you. All right. Let me get his name for you real quick. So how do you, now you're military. So like me, you voted absentee before and you voted in person, correct?
Yep. I've done both.
What do you think we have to do to make this happen? Do you think it's just a conversation like this that we just talk to the friends and family and encourage them that voting early is the best way to get this done?
It's a real hard, it's a difficult conversation to have, because to that guy's point, he's absolutely right. It's one of these, it's something that you've always done. If it's a tradition, if it's something where you're like, oh, today's voting day, because that's how the media portrays it, right? That's how it So it always gets thrown out in local media is, hey, today's the day. And so people automatically take that, run with it and say, oh, that's right. Today is the day. I'm going to go ahead and run down to wherever. But if they can't, then it becomes a problem. Then you can't make your voice heard. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a difficult conversation to have because it requires one to plan ahead. And that's just, not a lot of people can get behind that these days.
Scott Pressler is his name. Smart guy. Nice guy. Got his Twitter page up here. I love what he had. I love his passion. The Republicans need to use him effectively. They need to put him on stage, man. Let's hear from him. Here he is saying something else. Let's listen to this.
Sanctuary cities first. They put illegal aliens first. They tax us. Why are illegal immigrants more important than Americans? I'd like to hear an answer. Why are people illegal? Why are illegal immigrants more important than homeless people sleeping on the street?
Okay, we can't play that song, so I got to break it up every once in a while.
Why do we, in one of the biggest economies here in California, take care of illegal immigrants, but our people are sleeping on the streets? I'd like to hear an answer to that. Why? Nobody can ever answer that question. Why don't people put American citizens first, but illegal immigrants get everything? And I hope you post this. I want this to go viral because I give a damn and I care about my community. My dad is a retired Navy captain. He served our country honorably. My grandfather is a retired Navy captain.
I like the guy already.
It's good. I can't keep playing the song, so I got to interrupt.
And I'm doing my part to help our country. The Democrat Party does not put our people first. They put sanctuary cities first. They put illegal aliens first. They tax us. They tax our water. You can't even do laundry and shower on the same day. While Nancy Pelosi is getting hundreds of thousands of dollars, robbing our pockets, not doing.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Anything for our people, not passing legislation, passing out pens like they're candy.
Scott Pressler, everybody. Hashtag persistence. I'm going to go follow him right now. He's got 1.5 million followers. And
maybe you can get him on the show.
Maybe, but, and hopefully he doesn't take offense at my comments about his hair and his boots. I couldn't pull off the look. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like. The fact that if you have a voice like that, if you have the ability to go ahead and speak like that, you're obligated to. That's like Celine Dion not singing or Stevie Ray Vaughan not playing guitar. You have to if you're that talented. So I really like him a lot. Go follow him for me. Not that he needs any more. Some of his followers come on over here. All right, last one. This is a good one. But first, we got to play a quick commercial. The Documents of Freedom. Leroy, you got yours sent out yesterday. That's coming to you. It should be here in the next couple days. Congrats. Everyone else I sent theirs out. I've got one more 3-book set to fulfill. Who is that, Liv? Christine. Yes, I got to get Christine's. She's waiting patiently. I've had to talk with her. We're waiting for the mail insurance to come back. We should have that the next day or two because it was lost in the mail. But we're on top of it. We're doing a great job. The Documents of Freedom. We have 3 left. 3 left. I don't know if we're going to do another run, to be honest with you. I just don't know. We've sold so many of these damn things, but there are 3 available right now. And then I don't know where we're going to be. So give this a quick watch. We'll be right back. Don't leave us. We're coming right back. It's 1 minute and 30. You owe us at least that, 1 minute and 30 of your time. Here you go. Hey, what's going on, Donut for Emmy Nation? Matthew Spear from the Donut for Emmy podcast. It's interesting. I've had these books for, 3 years now. And I've got, 3 independent books of the Declaration, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution of the United States that I inherited from my mother. Leather-bound, beautiful. And they're older books, 1935, 1930. Yes, Judy, that's right. He did do the Baltimore cleanup. Now I remember him very, very well. The Baltimore cleanup, he did that, yes. And they gave him hell for it. Something to that effect. I'll show him on the show. But people see me reference these nightly on the show. And the interesting thing is I've never really put 2 and 2 together. We have a website. And someone asked last night, hey, how the heck do I get those books? Where do I get those books? And it dawned on me that I should provide these. So they are now on sale. They're beautiful books. They're leatherette books. They're hardback, which is nice. They don't have a dust cover or anything. I've used these, like I said, ad nauseum, and they hold up and they stand the test of time. They've got pictures of the framers, founders, inside the books. They make references with different colors to kind of explain things in a little bit of a simpler way or give some context. But these books, word for word, are the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, and the Declaration of Independence. They are absolutely stunning. You get each book individually for $15.99 over at thedumbshow.com. We also have a bundle over there where you can save $5 on all three for $44.99. And last but not least, the pictures you've just been looking at and the video is the Documents of Freedom, custom made by PFC Flags. Comes in an amazing, beautiful, decorative box for $64.99. Stop by thedumbshow.com and take a look. They're available right now. Yeah, but I live in a basement.
So I got a question. Were those abrevieties behind? Lining your backyard?
The trees?
What do they call those? Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. Yeah, but that's
they're little bushes. I don't know.
We hired someone to put that shit in. I don't know. Whatever.
Actually, they were put in when we bought the house. They just never grew until we took over.
Yeah, whatever they are.
So is anybody with a green thumb watching? Was that? Am I getting that right? Abrevietie? Something.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I hear they make great fences.
Sure.
Yep, it's an abrevietie. Yep, whatever. I'm positive now.
Whatever.
Yep, abrevietie. Abrevietie. Okay, so anyway, go. It's not that. It's just I don't have enough room in my head for botany. Okay, bud.
I know.
I don't have time for that shit. That's what I keep you around for. You know, you're my botanist. Botany Bay. Botany Bay. Oh no.
Oh.
Name the movie.
You got to get out. It's Star Trek, man.
That's right. Botany Bay.
Rathcon.
Botany Bay. Oh,
Mars will come to fear my botany powers.
I spit the last breath of thee. Let's not start doing quotes, dude. We can't do it. We're going to get distracted because this next segment is really good.
And I have to leave in 18 minutes.
Oh, we'll be done by then. Okay. January 6th, reporter was arrested. Now, he did willingly turn himself in. I want to give you some notes on this because I want to do this justice. Stephen Michael Baker, 63-year-old Blaze media journalist. 63 years old. He's just a little older than Leroy. From Raleigh, North Carolina, was set to surrender to the FBI in Dallas on March 1st to face 4 January 6th misdemeanor charges. Misdemeanor charges. Do you understand? Misdemeanor. Folks, I've written down this guy's name 3 times. It's right there. Scott Pressler. Just go get it. He's got 1.5 million members on Twitter. He's not going to be hard to find. That's like less than 1% of Twitter people. Okay. His arrest was seen by some, including Blaze Media's editor-in-chief, as a retaliation for his journalism that exposed possibly perjury by U.S. Capitol Police in a high-profile trial related to the January 6 events, and also the 2 pipe bombs exposed the story of that the crime was never solved or, in his opinion, effectively investigated. Baker was not employed by Blaze Media on January 6, but captured video for his blog, The Pragmatic Constitutionalist. Does anyone consider me to be a part of the media?
Yes.
At this point?
Yes.
I would.
But if I was at January 6th, I would not be considered media, even though I run a very successful blog. We're very excited. We reached 75,000 article reads. 75,000 this week alone. So I would say we're doing okay. That writers, Amy wrote a few too. You can go get that at news. Liv's going to put it down for you. News.thedumbshow.com if you want to go over there and subscribe. I know. News.thedumbshow.com. His work. Hold on. I got a notification and I got to do it online. Congratulations, Mr. Clark. Congratulations. And also thank you for the donation that just came in. And we'll talk about that in a second.
Congratulations, Mr. Clark. What?
Mr. Clark bought the bundle of
nice.
the book. So he bought
God.
all three.
I was like,
all
what are you
three.
talking
He
about?
bought. Sorry. I was trying to read, but he bought all 3 books. So, and I was trying to protect their names too, because I'm trying to be, conscientious that some people don't want their names read. They feel funny about it, and I'm fine with that. I understand anonymity. So I got to do multiple things here. So I apologize. Oh my God, people, thank you for, okay. So you know what? We're just going to put this down for a second, and I'm going to make sure everyone gets taken care of, because damn it, if you put some money into the coffers, you deserve to be taken care of.
Yeah, you do.
And you deserve to be recognized. Okay. So, Amy, thank you very much. $10.80 to be exact.
Can I get a separate tip bucket?
You can have just the tip.
Oh my God!
Just to see how it feels.
The tip.
Brenda wound up buying the bundle as well. So we just sold 2 Documents of Freedom bundles. Those will be ordered and shipped out shortly. Baker, his work included exposing the pipe bombing and the Capitol Police fake testimony.
Yeah.
Stephen Ethan Horn and Jesus de la Mora Riviera have faced prosecution for their presence on January 6th. Baker's legal troubles began voluntarily meeting with the FBI in 2021. I've got a couple of videos to show you. And I'll be completely transparent with you. I get really pissed off about this type of stuff. You need to hold the people in January 6th absolutely accountable. I'm absolutely fine with that. I have no problem with that. But this guy obviously is a journalist, and citizen journalists have done amazing things for this country. And I'm a citizen journalist, and I'm not a great journalist. There's some things that I've broken, and I'm pretty proud of it. But I know one thing I am. I'm a pretty damn good writer. And I collect some good information, and I put it together that is informative. And I would consider myself a journalist. And maybe not to the level of Tucker Carlson, who people say isn't a journalist, or Trisha Toyota, or whoever it may be, or Leroy. But if I was down there and I decided to take a right-hand turn, even though I was running down in front of me, and start recording, because I was there talking to National Guard, I talked to Capitol Police, I talked to a couple MARSOC guys. If I would have started recording and documenting this, would I be arrested with misdemeanors? Watch these videos. This is just crazy. Here it is. So, JD, thank you for your donation,
JD.
brother. So thank you for your donation, man. I appreciate it, JD.
Thank you, JD. That was nice.
So they said for him to show up in shorts, a t-shirt, and flip-flops. And he's like, no, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show up in my suit. Here's the perp walk. In handcuffs. Give me a break.
Optics.
It's all it is optics.
That's it. That's the only motivation there. Because I think okay, so I looked up ahead of time while we were having technical difficulty, and I went ahead and looked up how much time they were actually in there for. So Baker was actually in the Capitol for 37 minutes total. The worst thing that he could be convicted of was having an off word with the police. It doesn't show anywhere where he broke anything or anything even alluding to that. So literally the worst thing that he did was, have a verbal interchange with the police, and he was where he shouldn't have been, right? Along with a couple thousand other people. Maybe not that many. Doesn't matter. The point is, it's because the guy had a blog.
Yeah.
It's because of his standing in the media, that he is being made an example of. I.e. to say that we on the left wing are going to do everything that we can to prosecute with extreme prejudice anybody who was involved with January the 6th. Now, whether or not you agree with January the 6th, I personally don't. Had I been there, I would have just walked away. I am not one for crowds to begin with, so I wouldn't have been there in the first place. But that's not my point. Unless I'm invited into something, then I generally don't like to go places like that. I generally, I am not one for protests. I don't agree with that kind of messaging. That being said, people have every right to do so, though, right? And so for this guy to basically take a walking tour for 37 minutes inside the Capitol, have a few crosswords with the police, whether or not he should have been there or not, for him to kind of be held to this legal fire that he is, it's not a balanced approach, right? It's not that's not what I would call justice.
Well, they said he needed press credentials, and I'm like, God, that sounds like 1940s. I need your papers, sir. It's ridiculous. LB Vane on Rumble says, I love this smart woman. So do I every night. I wasn't specific for a reason, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, Leroy. I got you. Next video about this. This is heartbreaking. Glenn Beck. I don't know. Glenn Beck honestly has a bunch of freaking people who I don't necessarily agree with. I think he's hiring some pretty shitty people. That's just my personal opinion. But this was interesting. And Glenn Beck is on with Stephen Michael Baker here. Listen.
So mentally, how are you? I have my moments. I'm okay. I've had over 2 years to prepare for this. I've game planned it all out in my head. I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm not even going to try. It is my way anyway. And so I'm just going to, prepare, pray, and then I'm going to put on my suit and tie.
Good for you.
And walk in with my head up.
Good for you.
To me,
so
1 second.
Mentally, how are you? I have my moments.
So to me, people got to see me in a suit and tie when they went to the Spreely page and go, wow, that actually cleans up. Listen to me. I've worn the monkey suit. I wore it for our country. I wore it for 3 very distinct corporations. I've done my time dressing up for other people. By the way, you can get this beautiful new Red Friday shirt. On Fridays, we wear red. It's a good looking shirt. Friday, folks, you can get this shirt. It's over at thedumbshow.com. But I love the fact that he's like, I'm going to put on my suit. I'm going to put on my tie. I'm going to show these people who first of all, he's very articulate, very smart guy. He doesn't look like a freaking a terrorist to me. This guy went down there and he reported what happened. And until I hear something that makes me believe that he deserves to be perp walked, but this is the same shit they did to me. They made sure I was arrested in broad daylight on my patio in front of all of my neighbors right when buses were going by and people were being dropped off for school and picking up their kids. They made sure right at that time is when I was going to be arrested. And this is the way it's done now. And they know that you're going to have to get legal counsel. And at the very minimum, it's going to cost you $2,500 for a retainer. And that's your punishment. And they're using the judicial system to put people in line, to shut them up. Leroy and I were talking about this, and I don't expect him to say any of this, but this FBI has become a clown show. And they're using a very high level of respect. The FBI and the feds were absolutely revered in this country at one point. To be a government man was about as being a Pan Am or a United pilot back in the 65, 70s. Being a Fed was something that was revered, and now it's repulsive. and it's political. And I know guys in the FBI, and I'm not going to sit here and pull a hand at you. I'm talking about the rank and file. No, not anymore, because even the rank and file are complicit. And the ones that I talk to know they are. And it's going to take people to stand up and end this shit and say something. But here's the thing. When it's one or two people, they can destroy the credibility of one to two people. How come all the whistleblowers on the liberal side are all so freaking perfect, but the whistleblowers on Republicans are all a bunch of crooks and Chinese spies? It's really interesting to me that they're all Russian assets. Go ahead, Leroy.
The issue is that most of these three letters have turned in some way political, where they shouldn't be. When you sign up to do any service, military, three-letter, doesn't matter. When you work for the government, in almost all cases, they make you sign paperwork that states you're going to remain apolitical while you're in uniform, which is fine. The problem is not with the individual. It's not with, Joe Smith of the FBI. It's not with, whatever. It doesn't matter. The problem is that it's the entity itself, that the top echelons of leadership are steering it in a way to make it political. And that's the problem. So that when Matt is talking about it is the rank and file, it's because the rank and file are allowing it to happen without any pushback where they should be. They should absolutely be pushing back on leadership, saying, hey, look, this isn't right. I don't think I can support this. And you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
More people should.
Chain of command.
I got to get going.
Yeah, Olivia's got to go. Everyone say goodbye to Olivia. She's got to go pick up her daughter.
Night, y'all.
So
bye, Leroy.
Night, y'all.
Love you, sweets. So we have a couple of questions that we want to get to, and then we're gonna jump off. I think that story is very important. You're not getting out of the house. Hello. We leave the house. We say bye.
Aww. That was gross.
That's just a beginning. The camera wasn't on. It would be anyway. So JD's been asking this question for a couple nights now, that if Donald Trump wins, that Democrats are saying they're not going to certify the election. So I would love to get Leroy's
denier.
Can I finish asking the question there?
Sorry.
Good. It's okay. Just let me finish the question. Then you can jump all over it. It's going to you anyway. So what are your thoughts on this when it comes to, first of all, the blatant hypocrisy to do what Republicans didn't do? Yes, we understand about the fake electorates. Yes, we understand that there was a lot of shit said. Yes, we know phone calls were made. We understand all these things. We understand January 6th, but you have representatives of the government saying we are going to commit treason. What are your thoughts on this?
So it's interesting, right? When the roles were reversed back in 2019, 2020, there were too many from the left who were pointing to one or two parties on the right, basically saying, hey, look, these people are saying that they're election deniers. They're saying that the election was stolen. They're saying that in some way or another, Mike Pence didn't do his job, this or that. Okay. And it's a pendulum, right? One election year swings one way, one election year is going to swing the other way. For years, Clinton was saying, oh, he knows he's not a legitimate president, indicating that she thought that it was stolen. So now you have preemptively, you have Democrats basically saying that if the results fall not in their favor, they're going to, again, preemptively say the election was in some way rigged, fake. It was stolen. It was, whatever you want to call it. And I think that's a very dangerous precedent. That's basically saying, unless we get our way, we're going to, before the results even come out, we're going to say, no, this was stolen from us. And now we want to pursue every legal mean to overthrow it, to look into it, to in some way look for a shred of evidence or a thread that we can tug on that will unravel a Republican win. That's how I see that.
And I think on top of that, it's they're not going through the "it was stolen from us" gambit, because they understand that that's not going to work. They're going through the "he's not fit, he shouldn't be a president, he committed insurrection, he's disqualified," blah 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 blah. See, they're crapping their pants that SCOTUS picked up this case when it comes to immunity. And the reason why SCOTUS picked up this case, folks, this is really easy, because SCOTUS is just doing that so the election isn't decided by this court trial, because they know what's going to happen. If Donald Trump loses, it's all going to go away. And if he wins, he's just going to go ahead and pardon himself. So none of this matters. And the SCOTUS understands that it needs to set a precedent. It needs to hear this case. They either need to confirm, or they need to go ahead and abstain from this. They need to go ahead and say why and set the parameters of what is a removable offense, or what is held accountable of a president during their tenure. Right. I made a really good article. If you have not read it, go to the news and read it. And I lay down all the things presidents have done, all the way back to FDR, that can be posthumously held accountable to them for what they did, and they're dead. But that's precedent of what should have happened. So it's really important for us to understand that this is opening up a can of worms that exposes presidents who are still alive, including Bush and Clinton and Obama and Donald Trump. All of them are going to be exposed to this, and nobody's going to be clean from it. Go ahead, Leroy.
Well, if Trump, to your point, if hypothetically, let's say the Supreme Court hears the case, and at some point they say, no, states do get to decide who they allow on their ballots and who they don't. And I don't think that'll happen. I truly don't. But let's just, for the sake of argument, have that discussion, right? Well, for one, Trump was never charged with insurrection nor convicted of. So really, the definition of such crime would then be decided at state level. Great. So if we're saying that the states can now decide to what level the criminal action has occurred, then would we see more red states stepping in and saying, oh, look, well, if that's the new precedent, then President Biden, due to his mishandling of classified information or his ill protection of the border in non-support of the Constitution, we can now say that we don't want him on our ballot and we're gonna remove him. So does this step us closer to a point for when 2020, the end of 2024 comes around, or the next election after that, to say, look, the states just cannot agree on a candidate? Where does that leave us? You know, so I truly see this as a huge problem, but I also don't think that the Supreme Court will vote that way anyway.
And the states are very limited in their overall influence in a federal election. And simply what would happen is the federal government would remove the presidential nomination from that ballot. The states would be responsible for city council, responsible for sheriff, responsible for county clerk, responsible for state representatives, for gubernatorial, for Senate positions. And then the president would be a separate ballot. And those would be federally issued. States have no control. They can print those ballots at any means. They can use whatever security platforms they want as long as the minimum security is provided. There has to be a processes. Every state scans ballots digitally, but they count them differently than just digital. Some do digital counting, some do physical counting and recounting, et cetera, et cetera. There's different laws and rules, and the states get to decide how they want to go ahead and do that as long as the sum count gets to the number that's actually representative of what happened. But if the states continue this grab ass, ultimately, I would anticipate that the SCOTUS simply split the presidential ballot from the rest of the state and say, you're done. We'll mail you your ballots and you no longer have a voice. That's what's going to happen if they continue this bullshit. But that also complicates the process. And you don't want to complicate the process. So we've got to figure out how we can stop waxing political with the rights of the people. And this is the problem. And I just want to walk through this. And I want you guys to collectively think about this. The entire existence of the government, the federal government in particular, is because the states wished it to be so.
Right.
The states empowered the federal government with a very finite list of rules. One is to protect the sovereignty and rules, right? Okay, rules, abilities, whatever, to protect the government or to protect the people in its role, to protect the sovereignty of this country, to represent it on a global scale, and to provide defense and basically security for the U.S. That falls into many different parameters, whether it be the military, whether it be an alphabet agency, whether it be fighting a foreign war, whatever that is. And that really is the end of the role of the federal government. But that changed. And in the late 1800s, things started to alter. The states had to go to the federal government and start asking for things like money because the states were not able to support their growth. And in order for that growth and the mass amount of immigration that was coming into our country, the states went and said, we cannot continue to open up our states to people. So they went to the federal government. And the federal government issued monies to these states for trade to have greater influence on the individual states, but to treat them as a collective under federal law. Now we're here today. And let's look at what the federal government is responsible at the state level: roads and bridges, education, welfare, collection of taxes, special taxes and property taxes, death tax, inheritance tax. They are responsible for the oversight of escrow. They are responsible for overall tax and surcharges on your cable, your telephone, your cell phone bill, your water, your electricity. There are state taxes, but there's also federal. Auto insurance is mandated not only through the state, but through the federal level. I want you to consider, what does the U.S. government do for us anymore? Because the borders are not being shut down for us. We're not being protected, and that's a federal responsibility. Look at education. Look at the abysmal numbers in education. Federal government hasn't been held responsible. How can we blame the states when you decide to go ahead and base the way we distribute public school monies based upon not cost of living, but cost of labor? There should be an equitable balance between both. So therefore, you can hire a teacher at a salary where they can actually survive in places like West Virginia and places like Southern Wyoming, where education is a struggle because it's based upon the cost of labor and not the cost of living and labor. Both of those need to be considered and weighed. So my whole point of this is that the federal government was designed to assist the states in protecting themselves. And what they've done is made the states slaves to the federal government.
To Matt's point, if I can just add just a quick 20-second snippet. When the federal government was first created, its powers were limited. I mean, those are outlined in the Constitution. Its powers were, to the federal level, were limited, and the powers granted to the states were innumerable, right? Yeah. And now what we see 200 years later, 225 years later, is that has reversed. And that is not something that is constitutionally consistent. Now it seems that the states seem to be struggling with imposing enough of their own protective will over themselves, while the federal government is now ever encroaching. And so now we see that role reversal, and that's the dangerous part. I think that's what where Matt was headed.
The other thing I'm headed with is in the last statement is that if you take a look at Joe Biden, who stood there today in Brownville, I believe, where the border crossings are infinitesimal, and he had the balls to say that border crossings are down and illegal immigration is because of his actions, yet his federal government is suing the state of Texas for them defending their borders. That is the epitome of tea in the fucking harbor.
Yeah.
That if that would have happened during the days of King George, that would have sparked off the American Revolution. Right there.
Yeah.
That would have been enough. Because it just wasn't the tea in the harbor that caused the incident. That was a cataclysmic stacking of events from civil asset forfeiture when it came to property, to seizing of weaponry, to improper, without trial and due process, to be arrested and hung for treason based upon anyone who didn't agree with the crown, land seizures, land grabs. They even invoked prima nocta in some of the rural areas. And if you don't know what that is, that's the first night and the first night of the wedding. And they would go in and the officers would rape the bride. It's the same thing they did in Scotland, the same thing they did in Ireland. It's the same thing they did all over the territories they conquered. One of the most evil empires on the planet was the English Empire. So to sit here and say that Joe Biden standing on the border in Texas, that he has done the things necessary to fulfill his role and lie to you in front of those people as they're currently suing the state from protecting themselves, in the eyes of the days of yesteryear, would be considered treasonous, seditious. How we've changed. I will sum it up with this, and I'm turning over to you for your last minute. There is nothing the government can do that will push us to the brink of standing up for ourselves anymore. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything that can happen. I think the American people are so anesthetized and so numb to the constant overreach that there is nothing that will bring us together to stand up and say no more. We will no longer be quartered. We will no longer be restrained. We will no longer be silent. This government is no longer operable, and it is no longer fluent to the American people and the desire of our country. And that doesn't mean pitchforks and weapons. It simply means we are going to call for a complete convention of states, and we're firing all of you. And we're going to start over. It'll never happen.
No.
This is a $1 trillion company. Nobody's going to touch it. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, and I would, first of all, I would emphasize that what Matt just said is absolutely true, but that we should, in all measures, in all efforts, remain peaceful, right? And let your vote tell the government your opinion. And my 1 minute will end in this. I looked this up. A benevolent, a benevolent politician will fight for your liberty. A malevolent one will ask you to give up that liberty for a greater good. Now you have to decide which party is asking for what, which party, and one more so than the other, and it's pretty clear which one is which, but which one is asking you to give up more of your liberties for some sense of a greater good, for some sense of, well, this is what they meant by we the people, and which party is saying, hey, look, we don't want that much. We want to lower the tax burden. We want to see financial prosperity amongst everyone, and to see that upward mobility extended to everyone, starting in the foundation of poverty. There is a party that supports that, right? Make that distinction. Don't vote emotionally. One party wants you to do exactly that. One of the parties wants to see you enraged all the time, which is why you will see consistent headlines about January the 6th, about abortion, about Hamas. One party wants to push those boundaries because they want you angry. When people are emotional, when they're angry, they know that they can control you. So
I gotta add one more thing. It's Ian says it's all talk, though. It's not all talk. You must change from the top and the bottom to have meaningful impact in the middle.
True.
You can't topple kings because you can't reach the kings. You've got to start with the pawns. Then you got to go through the rooks and the bishops. You got to hit the knights. And then once you do that, and the key, first of all, before you do anything, is to ensure that you're protected. That is the basics of chess. Don't make a move unless you understand where the next move is going to take place. And until then, you have to look at the board. This is very similar to that. You first have to ensure that you protect the Supreme Court of the United States, because if we lose that, this is ball game. You know, they say protect our democracy. You really want to protect it? Ensure that we put conservative judges or constitutionalists. Ketanji Brown Jackson hasn't upset me at all yet. Who's upset with Ketanji Brown Jackson? Can anyone tell me? Because so far, she's voted with the Constitution, like I said. Remember when you guys all laughed at me and got mad at me? And I said, yeah, okay, the woman thing I understand, but she is a constitutionalist. She said she was a constitutionalist. She talked about the Constitution. And so far, she's been fairly respectful to the Constitution. I don't love her. I don't like her. I don't want to vote for her. I don't want to have dinner with her. But I just want constitutionalists on that bench. For the real pressing issues, you should feel the same. That's all we got tonight. Leroy, I love having you on, buddy. You got drill tomorrow?
No, thank God.
All right,
but
buddy.
I do have to work.
Listen, get out of here. Thanks for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. We know you're doing great things for our country, and we thank you for it, buddy.
Everyone have a good night. Before you go, I just want to read something to everyone real quick. Okay. This is from James Madison in the Federalist, number 45. The powers delegated by the proposed Constitution to the federal government are few and defined. Those which are to remain in the state governments are numerous and indefinite. Think about that. I'm going to go. Love you guys.
Wait, before you, I got one question.
Yeah.
One question. Would you explain to Ida Bond why she is getting flyovers from Southern Oregon into Northern California? Do you want to tell her, or do you want me to tell her?
I haven't been following any of that.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. I'm just checking something. Anyway, I love you. Appreciate you, buddy. Good seeing you.
All right, guys.
Have fun.
Love you guys.
All right, later.
Have a good night.
See ya. Bye. Let me just see what I can. Yeah, I can't answer that question. I'll just tell you, this is all over. And it's been going this way for quite a while. So increased flights have been taking place in Washington to a certain area near my home, which I'm not going to go into specifics. I'll just tell you that evac drills, emergency preparedness, all of these things have been heightened since 2021. So nothing to be alarmed about. This is SOP. It's pretty standard. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Do me a favor. One last quick thing is if you can help, we're not a nonprofit. We just aren't paid by anybody. We get our ads from Facebook and things like that. But the clothing line we do is all outsourced. We do all that. We do the design. We pack up the books and everything and send them out to you. This show is financed by Olivia and I. This is our money, and we do this because we love to. So if you can help out, please, once again, here is a quick link. You can also follow, like, share, and subscribe. But if you click this, it's not just for donations. You can actually go there and follow us. Find our news site, find our clothing site, and then everything else that we do over at Spreely TV. The people who we absolutely love over there, they're amazing. Just so honored to be a part of Spreely TV, and Terry, he's this great guy. They take care of us. Please go over to Spreely.tv. You can sign up for social media, sign up for videos. You can follow us there, and we are a partner of Spreely TV. You can even see me in a suit if you want to, if you're really, really bored. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. God bless. Matt, gonna get help ordering when my daughter is here. Michelle, that's fine. I can help you too. Appreciate everybody. God bless. We'll see you soon. And see you on Monday. I might have a couple articles over the weekend, but we're pretty much going to unplug. See you later.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, Olivia, and Mike. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on the Spreely.tv network and all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered.
Hey, Deb, I didn't see it. Thank you very, 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 very much for the donation. We appreciate it. $21. Thank you, Deb. We appreciate you.
We can agree. We can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.